All right, so real quickly, I want to go over some of the new features on this Build 300 of Holley EFI. I think one of the most useful ones that they came out with is this test outputs function. So when you have your PC connected, but the actual USB link is not set up, if you click this output function, it'll give you this disclaimer. Basically, you're going to be in full control of your input outputs. So if something's wired wrong, there is risk that you could damage something. So obviously make sure everything looks good beforehand. So I'm going to hit OK here. So then you get this tab here. You have the option of doing pulsed output, or you could just turn something on and off. One of the easiest ones to show is going to be my electric fan. This is something that I used to have to manipulate the software in order to just get it to turn on if I wanted to confirm it. But with this, if you click on, you'll hear the fan turn on. Then if you deselect it, it'll shut off. So this will be good for troubleshooting if you have something that's wired up and you want to test it without actually having the engine run. This is a great feature. Pulsed output, which is up top here, that's essentially going to turn things on and off. Right now it's in milliseconds, so if you have something that needs to basically toggle on and off, for example, boost solenoid or something goofy, maybe like a drive shaft sensor, that's something where you can use that. Definitely a cool feature. Once you shut it off, it's going to say it's resetting. Hit OK. Back to your main screen. Next one I'm going to do, click USB link. Now we're actually communicating. There is now this dashboard tab. If you click that, this is actually just going to show all of your different ECU parameters in real time. This is kind of cool because you could actually just look at everything without doing specific gauges. This is similar to reading with like a CAN tool. So for somebody like me, I do a lot more in-depth diagnostic stuff. This screen is going to be a little bit more intuitive for me versus just having standard gauges that need to be set up. So the last one we're going to look at, we have a second pane window. So this will allow you to actually split screens. When you hit enable, basically it has a divider now. So in order to get this work now, say on the right side we want to do like our IOs. So I just clicked it and it popped up. If we want to do, I don't know, we'll say just Spark. If you right click, it pops it up on the other side. So this is definitely going to be useful if you wanted to look at multiple tabs at once. So now, if I'm looking at the multiple tabs of inputs, this way you can split screen and still stay within the software. So definitely useful. This Build 300 has a lot more features, I feel like, for somebody that does more in depth with diagnostics. I highly would recommend setting it up. I'm quite happy with it. And if you got any questions, make sure to ask.